Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. Chris Holman coming to you today live from our downtown studios in Lansing, Michigan. But we are going to move a little bit here. We're going to move down towards Rochester, Michigan, the east side. And we're going to spend time with one of our favorites, Tony Vernaci, president of the Aerospace Industry Association of Michigan. And, you know, I remember when you were like kind of like two men in a truck, you know, just starting out. It was you and a satchel, and you were going around and getting membership. Actually, I knew you from MEDC originally, right?
Sure.
And then all of a sudden you started getting momentum, and then you're not like returning my calls, right? So I'm like getting offended. Well, it's because you were so busy.
Yeah.
So I wanted to bring you on to congratulate you and talk a little bit. Good time to give a little refresher to the audience what you do.
Sure. Well, thanks, Chris, and it's great to be back with you as well. And you're right that, boy, the time flies. This year will be our 5th year since we launched the organization, and it has gone by so quickly. But we've got about 125 member companies, and we were very fortunate through COVID. We hung in there. You know, we were concerned what that might do to a young organization and something like, an association, but we actually grew in a little bit in 2020 in terms of membership size. Events were a little hard to do for obvious reasons, but we got by and we continue to work. What's important about this industry to the state of Michigan, because that's what we're trying to do as an organization, is help our state legislature, our businesses in the business community throughout the state, and then outside of the state, to make them realize the potential for this industry and how important it is to the economy in the state of Michigan. The global aerospace industry is about an $850 billion industry, and the US represents about half of that. So there's a huge opportunity. There's 1,000 companies we have now in our database that are involved in the industry right here in Michigan, that probably right in your backyard you don't know about. And we just continually try to connect those dots and build that awareness.
You know, it's pretty amazing when you look back over, like, say, 20 and then 21, and not only did you guys weather it, but recently you added staff.
We did because the momentum, as you mentioned, has continued to pick up, and we've got a lot going on, and we needed some support. So we brought somebody on as staff support in October of last year. I keep wanting to say this year, but that's in the past now, isn't it? But last year in October, we brought someone on to support us, with our events and, member relations. And we've got multiple committees now that are working. All of our members are involved one way or another with different committees, which takes, management and oversight. And so we had to bring on some staff support.
So obviously you experienced a little growth at that point. Now you said there's 1,000 companies here. So let's get a little prediction for 2022. How are we looking for growth there?
Well, we've got a lot of companies kind of in the pipeline that we've been talking to. There's a process you go through where you help, familiarize them about the organization and the industry and other companies that are here. But we've got several companies in the pipeline. We've got a lot of great events coming up, provided, how things allow us to operate this year with COVID. But we've got about a dozen events lined up throughout the year. The industry is positioned to grow as well. Boeing's latest 20-year forecast is larger than it was pre-COVID. So the industry is coming back. Air travel is coming back. We know that it's not going anywhere. It's just a matter of time of when production picks back up. So it really places the state and this economy in a great position to win. We don't want to let this slip away from us. We want to make sure that Michigan takes its place where it should be in the industry.
Well, another thing that's kind of interesting is I equate what you do at the legislature to painting a bridge. And for those of you who aren't old enough to know what that phrase means, it's when you start at one end and paint the bridge, by the time you get to the other end, it's time to go back and start painting the bridge again. Especially with term limits, you are in a continuum of education.
That you're exactly right. In late last year, we were in Lansing for our legislative day. And we rented the speaker's library right in the Capitol between the House and Senate chambers. We were invited to testify before a Senate committee, which was a wonderful experience. And it was an opportunity for us to share with our lawmakers, what this industry is globally and what it means to the state. But we can't let it be Michigan's best kept secret. We need to promote this. If people in the state don't know, then experience and talent outside of the state will never know that their next job opportunity or career is here in the state waiting for them. So it's an ongoing effort. It's like painting the bridge. Chris, you got it right.
So how are your constituents, your members, how are they dealing with the shortage of talent? That's got to be a problem.
It's really tough. Even before COVID, there was a labor issue. And now since COVID, it's just, exaggerated that even more. It's hard. It's really hard. We actually worked with Grand Valley late last year. We're in the process of launching a new feature on our website where we will actually go out on a nightly basis, scrape all of the member websites, pull their open positions into our website. So we get a lot of traffic to the website. So job seekers can find those opportunities here in the state.
Lansing Community College, I might say, has a wonderful program too. Those kids are moving into the industry.
They do. It's a wonderful facility and school. We've been there several times. You're exactly right.
Well, Tony Vernaci, thanks for joining us. Of course, Tony, president of the Aerospace Association Industry of Michigan. Keep up the good work. Good flying.
Thanks, Chris. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
All right. You're watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman.